Hey third grade, it's terrific Tuesday, and I thought I'd be a mermaid today. So I had some sparkles on my tank top, so I made a mermaid tail to match, and I put glitter on it. But the problem is, it's not. I keep flopping around because the glitter is too heavy. I may have to make a new one. All right, so we are in the middle of reading fairy tales. So I'm going to read to you today another fairy tale called Rumpelstiltskin. Now it's kind of a long fairy tale, so I'm only going to read half of it today, and then we'll finish it on Wonderful Wednesday. All right, but this is another good one. Again, think about it. It's going to begin with Once Upon a Time. We're going to have probably some good characters in there, some bad characters. So we'll read about half of it, and then we'll stop. Okay, so once upon a time, there was a beautiful miller whose only treasure was his beautiful daughter. Now, it happened that the miller had to go on an errand to the king. The miller wanted to make himself appear important, so he said, "I have a daughter who can spin straw into gold." "That is a marvelous art," replied the king. "If your daughter is as clever as you say, bring her to my palace tomorrow, and I will put her to a test." When the king said that, the miller regretted his boast, but he knew he must obey the king's commands. As soon as the miller's daughter arrived at the palace, the king took her into a room which was full of straw. He gave her a spinning wheel and some bobbins and said, "Now set to work, and if by dawn tomorrow you have not spun this straw into gold, you must die." He locked the door and left the miller's daughter alone in the room. There she sat, for she had no idea how straw could be spun into gold. As the hours passed, she grew more and more frightened. At last, she began to weep. Oh, her father's not very nice. All at once, the door opened and in came a little man. "Good evening," he said. "Why are you crying so?" "Alas," answered the girl, "I have to spin straw into gold, and I do not know how to do it." Sorry guys, I'll fix this for math. It'll look better. Okay. "What will you give me," said the little man, "if I do it for you?" "My necklace," said the girl. The little man took the necklace and seated himself in the front of the wheel. Whir, whir, whir it went, and in three turns the bobbin was full. He put on another, and whir, 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 the second bobbin was full too. And so it went until dawn, when all the straw was spun, and all the bobbins were full of gold. Then the little man slipped out the door. He's like a magician. When the king arrived and saw the gold, he was astonished and delighted, but his heart only became more greedy. He had the miller's daughter taken to a larger room, which was also full of straw. "If you value your life," he said, "you must spin this straw into gold by dawn tomorrow." The miller's daughter looked at the pile of straw and began to cry. Just then the door opened and the little man appeared again. "What will you give me," said the little man, "if I spin this straw into gold for you?" "The ring on my finger," answered the girl. The little man took the ring and began to turn the wheel again. By next morning he had spun all the straw into glittering gold. The king rejoiced at the sight, but still he was not satisfied. He had the miller's daughter taken to an even larger room full of straw, and he said, "You must spin this too in the course of a night, and if you succeed, you shall be my wife." As he locked the door, he thought, She may be only a miller's daughter, but I am sure I cannot find a richer wife in the whole world. That king just wants gold. One more page. Actually, let's stop there. So let's see what happens. So we'll leave off. As he locked the door, he thought, she may only be a miller's daughter, but I am sure I cannot find a richer wife in the world. So will this miller's daughter become the wife? Will the king get more gold? What will happen to the miller? So much to find out. So stay tuned. We will finish the book tomorrow. And I'm going to go fix my crown. Bye, guys.